Most people treat money as a fixed thing. 1,000 euros is 1,000 euros. It has a number, it has a value, and that value is constant. This is one of the most expensive misconceptions in personal finance. Money is not fixed. Money has a time dimension. And understanding that dimension changes every financial decision you'll ever make. The core idea: a euro today is worth more than a euro tomorrow. Not because of inflation, though that's part of it. Because a euro today can be invested and an invested euro grows. If you have 1,000 euros today and invested at 7% annually, in 1 year you have 1,070 euros. In 10 years you have 1,967 euros. In 30 years you have 7,612 euros. The 1,000 euros you receive today and the 1,000 euros you'll receive in 10 years are not the same 1,000 euros. One has 30 years of compounding ahead of it, the other has 20. That difference is worth thousands of euros. This is the time value of money, and once you understand it, you stop seeing financial decisions as simple exchanges and start seeing them as exchanges across time. How it changes the way you see debt. When someone offers you a payment plan, buy now, pay later, they're not doing you a favor, they're doing themselves one. They're giving you something today and receiving payment in the future. Future money is worth less than the present money, so they charge interest to compensate. That interest isn't arbitrary, it's the price of time. This is why a 20,000 euro car loan at 6% over 5 years doesn't cost 20,000 euros. It costs 23,200 euros. The extra 3,200 euros is the price of receiving the car today instead of in 5 years. You pay the time premium. The bank collects it. Understanding this doesn't mean never taking a loan. It means understanding exactly what you're paying for and deciding whether the time premium is worth it. How it changes the way you see investment returns. A 7% annual return doesn't feel impressive in year one. 10,000 euros becomes 10,700 euros. That's 700 euros. Barely noticeable. But the time value of money means that return isn't just 700 euros, it's 700 euros that will itself earn 7% next year, and 7% the year after, and 7% every year for the remaining investment horizon. The return compounds, and the further into the future you look, the more dramatic the difference becomes. This is why starting 10 years earlier is worth more than doubling your monthly contribution. 200 euros a month starting at 25 produces more wealth at 65 than 400 euros a month starting at 35, even though the person starting at 35 contributes more money in total. Time is the multiplier. More time means more compounding cycles. More compounding cycles means more wealth. The money contributed earliest is worth the most, not because it's a larger amount, but because it has more time to work. How it changes the way you see financial decisions. Every financial decision involves time. When you choose between paying off debt and investing, you're making a time value calculation, even if you don't realize it. If your debt costs 4% per year and your investments return 7%, the time value of money says invest because the future value of that investment exceeds the future cost of the debt. If your debt costs 20%, the calculation inverts completely. The future cost of carrying that debt exceeds any realistic investment return. When you delay a purchase, you're giving your money more time to compound. When you make a purchase on credit, you're paying for time. When you invest early, you're buying time. Every transaction has a time dimension, and the people who understand this dimension make fundamentally better decisions than the people who don't. The practical takeaway: the time value of money has one practical implication that overrides everything else. Start. Not when you have more money, not when the market looks better, not when your situation is more stable. Now. Because every month you delay is a month of compounding you'll never recover. The most valuable investment you can make isn't the one with the highest return, it's the one you make today, with whatever you have, because today is the only moment where the full remaining time horizon is still available to you.